Hey everyone, it's Austin and welcome back to the channel. It's day 342 on my journey to 2000 where I'll be uploading a video every day until I make it there, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Let's flip on some tunes and let's play a game. Now we're gonna rip a 10-minute game today because I'm short for time. I gotta go to the grocery store and do some cooking tonight, so let's make it happen. Okay, we're playing against the Slav. So he's built a semi-Slav type system. Okay, this is transposing now. This is now the open, if he goes here, this is the open Catalan with, 5 C6. Okay, he doesn't go there. Let's go knight BD2. Go after this pawn. He's preventing knight E5 right now. Well, it's not like preventing it, but... Okay, good, so he does that. Let's go here. Let's castle and go here. And then take. So right now this is a bit of a weird position, but it's one that I'm a bit familiar with. We played the opening extremely fast, which is why I'm playing it. I'm okay playing it a bit faster. It's because I'm a bit familiar with it. This, however, not so much. Not so familiar with, I mean. So this pawn is about to hang. I can go here to defend the pawn. Developing his knight is very challenging. He has to go here. Then I think here might make sense. Bishop out. Okay, so how can I mess with this bishop, man? I feel like we need to go full pawn sack, to be honest. Here takes. Here he can push though, actually, so no, that makes no sense. Oh, he's about to castle. Hate that for me. This defends the pawn, potentially enables this move. But then he can play rook here, and it's not very good for me. I don't think taking here is any good. Queen c2 is on the tip of my tongue. So let's just do this. If he goes here, I have this move, which might not actually be very good for me, considering just the dynamics of the current position. Let's just play normal. Pretend like we're not down a pawn. I definitely think I'm gonna do this here. So now the bishop is hanging. He chooses to defend it while simultaneously activating his bishop. So this move defends the pawn, because right now he could take, and take, and then he'd be up 2 pawns. Yeah, that would be bad. But if I go here, he just has this move. Here. Perhaps this is a little bit more poignant. He can also just play this after this move. Maybe just this. Yeah, this just defends the pawn. This is good. Let's do this. And it also doesn't allow this. I never know where to put this dark squared bishop. Okay. Let's go here. Interesting. This move is not available. I feel like this move just makes sense. I can't get too far behind on the clock, as always, Okay, so now he makes a play for the pawn, potentially. But where is your knight really going there? I'm thinking about this and this. No, technically my... Okay, no, but it's defended twice. I actually don't know what his plan is here. I wish there was a way to tickle this bishop. If he takes, I can just take with the bishop. So I'm kind of thinking about this move. My position feels awful. But can't sit around and mope about it. Let's try to do something. Okay, so he takes that pawn. Let's go here. He goes back. I think this move makes sense now. Thinking about times when I can play this. Okay, so. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, so now he's up 2 pawns and an exchange, and I'm completely losing, so. Here I actually might have this move. How does the queen defend mate? How does the queen defend mate? Knight here, perhaps? I don't know. I don't really care. I don't really care. The funny thing is, if he sacks the knight and I take this, I'm not sure how much better I really am in that position. Okay, so let's take the queen. let's take this piece while we're maintaining pressure here. Okay. Okay. Hitting the knight now. This is okay. He goes for this. I'm gonna go for the pawns. Okay. Yeah, this seems okay. I'm not gonna count my ducks before they hatch here because I've thrown positions like this about 1,000,000 times in my career. At least 1,000,000. Here takes. So he goes there. Okay. I should probably just take this because it keeps hanging. Now this, no. Here. Here. Pinning the knight. It's all about time now at this point, and just making solid, improving moves. As long as I don't get nervy, I'll be fine. I saw that this doesn't work because we fork, obviously. Okay, maybe not so obvious. Or maybe he just thought it was the best continuation for him. Let's go here. Now the king has to go into a light square where I can check and win the rook potentially, or he goes there and now I can do, well, I can just take this. Let's just take that. Threatening some nasty things. Yeah, GG, buddy. So it's all about keeping your head in the game, keeping the stick on the ice. I played a 77, he played a 72. I had no blunders, he had one. I had 3 misses, 3 mistakes, 2 inaccuracies. We're gonna speed run this. So this is already so weird. I mean, what I was saying in the game is if he plays knight f6 here, it actually transposes into the open Catalan. And the move order for that would look like, let's say he plays a queen's gambit declined, this, takes bishop g2, and then 5 ... c6. So you can see how that's kind of the same thing. And that position I'm more familiar with, but no, he went here, which is a little bit different. Opening database, castles is the #1 move played. Knight bd2 has been played 1 out of 39 times. And white won 100% of those games, aka the one game. So this is an inaccuracy. I needed to play a4, preventing b5 because takes, and knight e5 wins the game. Knight takes. We just take this first. Knight's still hanging. Sorry, bishop d7 hits this. Bishop g2 at this point. Yeah, and we're up in exchange for a pawn. Knight c6. We can win another pawn, but that's a little bit short-sighted, I think. Knight c3 makes more sense. Just out of my curiosity, if he plays b4, d5, we just don't care. If takes, knight takes, obviously. So his best move is knight b8. Knight b8, d takes. Ugh. Yeah, he's in a tough spot there. F takes is technically the best because on bishop takes, we obviously get to trade queens. So F takes, the knight is still hanging. We need to do something about it. Yeah, knight e4. So just a little bit of analysis there. but a4 sooner would have been better. Here I kind of walked into b5 and then played some normal moves. Knight e5 was good there, and it's +1 in this position. I needed to find knight e4, but what about takes? Bishop f4, and we're forking and we win the game. Queen d5, d6 check, and we're picking this up. His best move is probably... This is the best continuation. Wow, and it actually wants us to save the light squared bishop. Valid. Okay, so that's +5, so we missed that. That's something that I need to get used to, man. In the Catalan, like, you can just sack pawns. Like, you have so many tactics, just, like, all the time sacking pawns. So here I already had knight g5. I just didn't see, like, what the point was after, sorry, g6. G6, queen e4. Come on. Queen e4, and I guess we're coming over here. h6. Knight h3 is hectic. Wow, the dark squared bishop comes in clutch. King g7. Defends. It doesn't even want to defend. It wants to bring the rook all the way over here, which is interesting. If he attacks, then I'm guessing this is just crushing. He wants queen f4. Threatening this. And you can't defend it with anything. If you try to defend it like this, we can take. Yeah, that's the best move. What are some other decent ideas for him? And we can always reinforce. So like here, takes CD, the infamous pawn diamond, g5 check. If you take, you're mated. Takes. Now this is still the best move. Or this. Interesting. A6. This is just a mistake. I should have went for this sooner. I just really didn't see the idea here, but it's really just knight e4, queen e4, some piece to e4. But Engine's already throwing zeros here. Knight g6 even, hitting the pawn twice. h4. If you take, you lose the game, so you can't actually take. And if queen takes, then h5, h6. Rook d7, maybe taking first. H takes, now rook d7. That's a funky looking position. Tripled pawns, but he's got a good attack. He also has this move as an idea. But then we can take this, takes. This hangs with tempo on the rook. Apparently not even. You can just take this because both of these pawns are pinned, which is absolutely disgusting. Always tactics like that in the Catalan. But anyway, none of that happened. So I really just got to remember, I mean, this move was on my mind the entire game. I didn't really say it because I just didn't see anything with it. But apparently it's just a move to get you started. And it's okay if nothing happens right away because you're coming in with the H pawn or you're coming in with the queen. The queen e4 I don't think makes sense here. Because you can't swing over because the knight covers that square. But in any case, I did the double pawn sack. He plays that. Taking here. I didn't want to allow trades. This feels terrible, obviously. Takes, bishop takes is best. Queen d3 hits a pawn. It's not really like threatening any kind of infiltration or anything like that. Queen b7 pins the knight for the entirety of its tenure, in addition to protecting the pawn. Okay, well, knight h4 just defends the bishop, so it allows a trade of bishops is an option, but you don't want to trade when you're down material, obviously. So yeah, I just had this move, and I had this move, and I had this move, and I had this move. And that's why I didn't want to play this and play queen here, because... Okay, but it ended up being the same thing that happened in the game, basically. So this is still better for us, apparently. Threatening swallow's tail mate. G5 prevents it, covers the square. Rook D1 is mate in 4. Rook A5 is mate in 6. Just interesting. I just did this and then went for the material and made it simple. Yeah, this was my other consideration. And then after knight F7, you could just do this, or it wants Rook C1. I'm guessing just to come here. Rook C1, A5, Rook C7. Yeah, exactly. Rook F8, Rook C6. Yeah. So, yeah, a quick one for you guys today. Ultimately, I want to get back to the 10-minute games. I think it's been beneficial for my opening study to play the longer games, but at the same time, it's also forcing me to just tank. I mean, just sit there and theorize every single move. I think it's causing a lot of anxiety for me. Even here, just knight d4. If you take this, I'm guessing the same idea. Even just A takes, and we're winning a way more important pawn. Long castle's best move. Holy smokes, brother. Queen A4. Queen takes. Queen takes, you don't even take this yet. You play B takes because it hits this and hits this. Knight takes, defends everything though. Bishop takes. It doesn't even want bishop takes. Because bishop takes, obviously you hang it. Okay, wow, that's okay. Sorry, I'm just doing a once over once again. So it's really just about the fact that these pawns are really weak. So what happened if you played perfectly? Rook D8. Queen C2. This is the stuff that I need to look at. This is way more important. Bishop D2, purposefully pinning yourself is best. Bishop takes. Knight D6 check. Rook D6. ED6. Queen D6. And we're literally down a piece. But we have this. Knight E7. Rook takes A7. Okay, whatever, bro. I mean, like, can we pick out a move that's more realistic for us? Queen C2 is way more realistic. Now Knight E7. Now Knight D6 check. Bishop takes. ED. Queen takes. Bishop F4. No, just A takes because the bishop's hanging. Castles. Rook takes A7 now. See, like that, this makes more sense to me. Okay, I like this. So we actually just don't care about the E-pawn. Like, that's so cool. Like, I love that. Like, sorry, bro, I just simply don't care. I'm just gonna sack all my pieces. And it's only because he's not castled, by the way. Like, you'll notice that if once I play Queen C2 and he castles, Knight D4 is actually a losing mistake. It's now -2.5. He just plays A6 and consolidates his entire position. H4 is our only move. Knight F3 is the third best engine move. Say and go back, bozo. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Alright guys, well I gotta call it there. As much as I would love to sit here and analyze and try to get some good ideas from my Catalan moving forward, I have to go and get some stuff. Tomorrow is the 4th of July. You guys are probably watching this after the 4th of July. I gotta go get stuff to make mac and cheese and steak and all that good stuff. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate it as always. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you have a fantastic day.